Starting out with my brows already done, I'm going to go in with my Plouise base in romour 2 and just apply that to my lids. And now that we look like a raccoon, we're going to go right into the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments palette. And I'll be using these 3 shades here on the side. And I'm going to go in with the darker pink, and that's that hot pink, the second one, that one right there. And I'm going to add that to my crease. Just blending that in, and I'll just go ahead and apply that to the other eye as well. And then going back into the palette, I switched up the game and I'm going to use this deep purple shade. And then I'm going to add that into the transition area as well as my outer V, and I'm going to blend that out as well. Okay. And so now that that purple is all blended into the transition area, and I love these Crayon Case brushes. They are absolutely amazing for blending. So now we're going to cut the crease, and I'm going to use a Q-tip. And I'm just using some micellar water. You can use any type of makeup remover that you have on hand. Just apply it to the Q-tip and just cut out your crease the same way as you would do with a concealer. And that's just preventing the colors from being muddy. So now that we carved out the crease, I'm going on into my Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to be applying this blue shade onto my lid. But first I'm going in with my NYX glitter primer. Even though that these colors are very pigmented, I wanted that extra pop, so I'm going to add that glitter primer to my lid and blending that out also with the Crayon Case brush. And now I'll go ahead and apply that blue shadow. That shadow is already pigmented, but that glitter primer just takes it to a whole nother level. And now going back into the Riviera palette, I'm going to use this silver shade. And I'm just going to pop that into the inner corner of my eye. I added wing liner and lashes off camera. And for foundation, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty foundation in 390. It has gotten a little warmer, so my skin has darkened a little bit, so I'm going to use my 390 and just applying that all over my face and blending it out with a Sonia Kashuk blending sponge. And for concealer, I'm using my Milani Concealer, and the shade that I'm using is let's see, that one is Natural Sand. And here I am saying, oh, I love it. I actually love this concealer. It blends out so nicely. It is creamy. It's an amazing concealer, and I'll definitely be replacing this concealer. And for setting powder, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Honey. And I'm not using very much setting powder, and I'm making sure that I tap that powder into my skin because I have dry skin, so I don't want any dry patches. And I'm also going to take that setting powder down the bridge of my nose as well. And I'm also going to carve out my cheekbones also. Now it kind of looks a little bit messy, but you'll see later on in the video I did a really good job with carving out my cheeks. My contour turned out amazing. And I'm going to bronze up my skin with my Cocoa Naughty bronzer by Fenty Beauty as well. I know you all are tired of this bronzer all over YouTube, but let's face it, Fenty is amazing and so is this bronzer. So just adding that to my cheeks and just look at it. It looks like I have on blush already. It looks so nice on my skin. So I'm just going to set my foundation with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. And I'm going to set my face with my Anastasia Dewy setting spray. And then going back into that color raine palette, I'm going to use this peachy coral shade. And I'm going to add that to my bottom lash line. You guys, you have to get you some Crayon Case brushes. And then I'm also using my Anastasia loose highlighter in So Hollywood. Look at my cheekbones. Oh my goodness. I never really see my cheekbones until I began editing this video. So now that our hair is done and we're almost ready to go, we're going to go in with the Crayon Case a lip liner in the shade Bear. And I'm just going to line my lips with that. And switching it up a bit, I'm going to use my MAC and Aaliyah collab lipstick. And this is in the shade Try Again. One of my favorite lipsticks from MAC. And that is it. That is the final look today. I hope that you have enjoyed. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to share me with your friends and family so that they can also subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.